First off is shoulder flexion. I will be demonstrating on this arm. You want to find the chromium process, that will be the axis of rotation. The stationary arm is parallel to the thorax, and the mobile arm is the midline of the humerus. The plane of motion during this shoulder flexion occurs in the sagittal plane. First, I'm demonstrating what she will be doing for this range of motion test. Normal range of motion is 180 degrees. From what I saw, I would give her a range of 180. Next up is manual muscle testing for the middle deltoid. What my client will do is raise her arm into a 90-degree abduction. I want to first see if she will clear the three by moving her arm up and down against gravity. I am showing her how she can do this, as you can see. While we do that, the origin is the acromion process, insertion is the deltoid tuberosity. Action-causing muscles include shoulder abduction. I will then support her trunk by placing one arm on the shoulder and one arm proximal to the elbow distal humerus. I will press down and she will resist me. I gave her a grade 5 for this, which she was proud of. Also, the plane of motion is in the frontal plane. Next up, I will have her lying supine for a knee extension range of motion. The axis of rotation is the lateral epicondyle of the femur. The stationary arm is aligned to the thigh, and the mobile arm is aligned to the lateral malleolus. The plane of motion is the sagittal plane, and the normal range of motion is 0 degrees. And from what she demonstrated to me, she also got 0 degrees. Next up is a manual muscle testing for biceps femoris, which begins by lying prone and raising her leg just under 90 degrees. You should externally rotate the leg by pointing laterally. One hand will hold at the ankle, but first I want to see if she is able to clear the 3 like I did show in the beginning by moving her leg up and down against gravity. I will then clasp my hand around her ankle and pull downward as she resists me. Plane of motion that occurs is the sagittal plane. Origin is the ischial tuberosity, and insertion is the head of the fibula, lateral condyle of the tibia. Action-causing muscles include the knee flexion. I gave her grade for this manual muscle test of 4+. Next up, we have cervical flexion range of motion using a tape measure. As she's sitting in a neutral position, she will flex her neck, measuring from her chin down to the sternal notch. Norm for this is 1.0 to 4.3 centimeters, and hers was 5 centimeters, which is out of the norm. Plane of motion for this is the sagittal plane. Next up, we have the rectus abdominis manual muscle testing, which begins lying supine and hands clasped behind the head. You want to curl up as high as possible to clear the scapula off the table. A grade 5 clears the scapula with hands behind the head. A grade 4 clears scapula with hands over the chest. A grade 3 clears scapula only if hands are extended. The plane of motion is sagittal plane. Origin is the pubic crest and pubic symphysis, and insertion is a xiphoid process, cartilages of the ribs 5 and 7. Action-causing muscles include spine flexion. So that is all for the manual muscle testing and the range of motion. Thank you.